Hello, friends. Welcome back to Shadowplay Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Make yourselves at home. And if you are returning, well, as always, friends, I send you a big ol' hug. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back to hang out with me. It is always my hope that you hear something during one of these readings that resonates with you in a way that you can take that information and apply it to your real life. My hope is that it brings you clarity and understanding and possibly a little bit of grounding during a time that maybe you might feel uncertain. Anyway, with that being said, let's jump into today's topic. So, for today's reading, my friends, I wanted to do something inspired by basically me screaming at the universe, I need a Signier sign. Because sometimes I myself, even though I know I'm being guided, I'm like, okay, Spirit, I need a nudge. What am I not seeing here? And that's really what inspired today's reading. We're going to be looking into what are you missing? What signs are you missing? What are you not seeing? Basically, this is your Signier signs reading, where perhaps you've been feeling a shift coming or things are just transforming for you in a way and you're like, what am I not seeing here? Why am I going through this, or whatever your situation is? So we are going to be looking into that. We're going to be looking into your current situation. What is Spirit trying to show you slash highlight? What's trying to be pointed out here? And as always, some advice. We will be topping your reading off with our Threads of Fate Oracle deck, which if you have a question already in mind, you can go ahead and think of that while I pull those out later in your reading. Or even if you don't have a question, this could be just like further insight into your situation. And then at the end, we're going to do a nice little charm reading. Maybe there'll be some signs there for you as well. Maybe you've been seeing a certain number, a certain animal, a certain color. We'll see what comes through for you, friends. So I will be using 3 different tarot decks for today's reading. So the first group number 1, is our Modern Witch Tarot deck with this little crystal ball. We'll see if it focuses. Group number 2, we will have the Trip and Wait tarot deck with a clear quartz sphere. Don't roll away. I had it like in the perfect spot where it was not rolling. There we go. And group number 3 is, let's put you right there. Maybe that's how you feel. Maybe you feel like running if you're choosing group number 2. Group number 3 is this beautiful little ghost ball. It has clear quartz and pyrite in there, I believe, with the black light tarot deck. All right, my friends, so when you are ready, go ahead and pick a group and I'll meet you at your reading. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. If you picked the Modern Witch Tarot or this little crystal ball, then this is your group. I hope you're all doing amazing, friends. As I said in the intro, this reading is meant to maybe point out something that you're currently missing in your situation. Maybe you've been seeing synchronicities, you just feel things shifting, you just have a feeling that you might be missing something. Basically, you need a Signier sign, and this reading is intended to be it. So we will be starting with tarot, inquiring with Spirit. That's so interesting that I even use that word. I don't even use that word in like my normal life, but we will be asking Spirit, what is your current situation? So we will be looking into that. Then we will be asking, what is Spirit trying to show you? What is trying to be highlighted? And then of course we will be ending your reading with advice and a little charm reading. I'd also like, if you feel so inclined, to think of a question. If there's been a question on your mind, I will be using my Oracle deck at the end, and it could possibly hold answers for you. If not, that's totally fine. If you don't have a question, the messages will just be applied to your overall reading. All right, my friends, now that we got that out of the way, let's get started. Angels, ancestors, spirits, and guides, thank you for allowing me to channel these messages for group number 1s. What is going on with my group number ones? What is their current situation? What are they missing? What is their current situation they're dealing with? Where they're maybe not seeing something. What is my group number one's current situation? What are they missing? What's their current situation? Ten of Wands in reversed. The Hermit reversed. Interesting. Three of Pentacles, Death reversed. Ten of Cups reversed. Why the Ten of Wands in reverse? Okay, there you are, not seeing something. We'll look into that. Why the Hermit reverse, Spirit? Three of Pentacles. Why the Death card in reverse? And the Ten of Cups. Okay. So my group number ones, what I'm feeling here is I feel like you're trying to drop. Okay, so you've probably been living in a way that maybe feels like you've been carrying lots of responsibility, or you've been just like in charge of a lot. Like if you're a boss, you just have a lot on your plate. If you're the person that runs your home, you're just like doing all the things. And I feel like it's just like kind of burdensome, and you're trying to drop that, but at the same time, I feel like you're feeling really over it. You're feeling really over something. Actually, before I even looked, this shirt literally says over it. This person's wearing a shirt that says over it. And the universe is like this disembodied hand. This card is so symbolic, I feel like, to even the topic of this reading, because this disembodied hand is trying to kind of present you with something. It's like trying to bring something in that's going to like snap you out of it, like liven these emotions, because I do feel like you've been disengaging from something because you're just so over it. It feels like, okay, there's something coming through about healing, but healing not being like applied. Like maybe there was a period of time where you went through something that you needed to heal from, but maybe you just like, you were a survivor, but you didn't really in whatever capacity that is. Like that could even be like a survivor of your environment if you were involved in a relationship that was toxic, or a home environment, or a work environment. Like there's something here that you needed to heal from, but I feel like the time that was for healing, like you were probably busy like surviving, and that's not like your fault. Like that's just how things went. I feel like there's something here about a pattern or a cycle as well, that could possibly be affecting your present. Something maybe from the past, like I said. There's something here about needing healing, and maybe the healing that was needed didn't really happen. I'm also seeing like a couple of other people in your energy field that maybe you're working with. This card is actually showing a figure drawing like class, and it looks like the teacher, the student, and the model. So it's like it could be a work situation where everyone has their job to do, but it's kind of left you spread really thin. If this is at home, then this is you like working with other people within your home, like whoever it is you're working with. It feels like it's left you kind of feeling unbalanced, but at the same time, like maybe, so this is either you're feeling nostalgic about it, like you're holding on to really good memories about it and the love that you like had for it in a really sweet way, or this is kind of feeling like your love for the for it's almost like for love of the game is literally what I heard when I was about to say that. Like your love of the situation is kind of leaving you feeling like really unbalanced. Like there's a healthy way to balance something, and right here I'm not seeing that it's healthily balanced in your energy field. This is kind of this is kind of feeling to me like this is part of the lesson that you've already lived through at some point in your life, but you're kind of repeating the cycle again, or the cycle could be repeating. And if you do kind of find yourself in that situation, like I said, it has to do from not fully healing from a previous I was going to say a previous situation. Because I do think that you feel things are shifting, but like I said, it feels like a pattern. Like I'm not necessarily sure if we're going to see movement forward, because right now I'm seeing repetitive action that's leaving you feeling very off balance. Maybe you're giving too much of yourself for love of the game. Take it as it resonates. If it's family, if it's work, whatever that is, there is very sweet nostalgic feelings here, but also a feeling of imbalance. There's also a sense of not like having resistance to letting something go. There seems to be like a chapter here that could have come to an end or is trying to come to an end, but there's something here you're bringing forward. This could even be that pattern we're talking about. This could even be old healing that needs to be done. It hasn't been laid to rest. It feels like it's not serving you, but it's still being carried forward. And it brings a sense of impatience, maybe frustration a little bit. I'm seeing a real need to like balance yourself. Like, I don't know if you're really in your head. I don't know if you're really just exhausted or what it is, because I'm not being shown that, but I am being shown here that something's leaving you really off kilter, and it might have to do with a past cycle that is still being brought into your present. It could have to do with family for sure. We have the Ten of Cups reversed here. Your family, your community, if your work environment, the people that you work with, if they are your community, there's something that isn't working here. So your like I said, it could very well be family. It could be your home life, but it's something relating to the people around you where it just doesn't feel like it's flowing. I don't think you're very happy in the situation. I think maybe you've been carrying too much of the burden, possibly overgiving, something about being spread thin. And you've had like excitement about the situation and motivation is what I feel like. Like you've been trying to maintain an energy with it, but because it's kind of pulling you like in different directions, or it's leaving you feeling like spread thin. I feel like the efforts have kind of been like on and off. Like one day, like it'll be on, and then for the next few days, you're like, like you can't give it what you feel it needs. And not saying it's your job to give it what it needs, because it might not be your job, but it just feels like there's something very on and off about the excitement when it comes to maybe making this better. All right, my group number ones. When I am speaking, sometimes it does not make sense to me, but if that made sense to you, then welcome to your reading. Then welcome to your group friends. That's a little bit about what is going on in your current situation to help you identify where the reading is going. This definitely feels like I don't know, like something within yourself is being like overlooked as needing attention. All right, let's move into the big question. What is Spirit trying to tell you? Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. I see an end, guys. I see a big ending to a big chapter for you. Maybe this is a situation. Okay, so there's young love coming through again. Maybe this situation in love didn't mature to its fullest. So I'm going to be speaking to those of you that this is regarding a long-term relationship, if that's with a person or if it's with a place, meaning like a job or something you've been doing for a long time. I feel like what you may be hanging on to, or what part of the connection is, has to do with the past love, or like almost like crushy feelings. Like this isn't like full blown. It didn't blossom into like mature. It could also be someone who's emotionally immature. If this is someone, you guys may have fallen in love when you were different people, when you were younger, and that's kind of where it stayed, but maybe your physical bodies stayed together longer. Take it as it resonates, my friends. I'm just kind of looking through these because I feel like there's messages here for you. I feel like there's confusion about a big decision that you need to make. You haven't been feeling like you have enough in that situation. It's been lacking something, making you feel left out in the cold. It has to do with your foundation. I feel like you're resisting the crumbling of that. And I feel like as you're resisting, you're like, no, I have to decide what I want. And it's kind of leading you into confusion is what I'm seeing, but I am seeing a ending for you in sight, my friends. Thank you, Spirit, for those additional messages. What are you trying to show my group number ones? What is my group number one Spirit team trying to show them? What is my group number one Spirit team trying to show them? Their angels, their guides, please communicate with us. What are you trying to show my group number ones? What are you trying to highlight? They want you to be happy. Oh, I just got chills when I said that. They want you to find your happiness because they're telling me that they can present it to you, but they can't make you take it. Maybe you've already had messages that have come through for you. They want you to use your head over your heart and gain clarity in the situation. Use your head over your heart at this time and allow yourself to... I'm being shown those butterflies. You're in the cocoon, my group number ones. What are you trying to show my group number ones? Look out for butterflies. Look out for, I mean, even though the time of year isn't, you know, but look for maybe birds, crows, a certain flower. Maybe you're connected to a certain color. Pay attention to how you feel when you see those signs. What were you thinking of? What were you feeling? They're trying to get you out of this over it energy. Sorry guys, with your reading, I just like shuffled because the messages were just like coming through on for you. Normally I shuffle then channel, but the channeling started coming in really intensely, and I think that's because I asked your guides what they need to tell you, what they're trying to tell you. They're trying to tell you that right now you're disconnected from your intuition, or you're ignoring something you already know. It might be painful. It might be a mother wound. There's something here about a mother. It's been long term. It could have to do with mother, or you're the mother. But there's a blockage in the heart when it comes to this situation. It's very blocked. We got 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands reversed, and the Ace of Cups reversed. This is telling me blocked love in the home, blocked love in something that was really stable. Maybe there's a long-term situation that's caused you to go kind of stale in emotions, and that's what's they're trying to show you. They're trying to show you that there is something that you're involved here that's been there in your life for a long time, and it's just it's blocked. It might have to do with if it's not a mother, it's how you care for yourself. Yeah, they want you to have the confidence in yourself. Why the King of Swords, Spirit? And release fears. They really want you to use your head here. They really want you to regain clarity and use your head. They want you to, it's funny because I'm being, excuse me, my group number ones. I'm being shown, it's funny because I'm being shown like the King of Swords here, and he's very clear, very clear on understanding things, very intelligent in decision making. But there's also like you're trapped in fear, and they're asking you to like shake that off to regain clarity. Like this Eight of Swords here, when it's upright, it's kind of us being a prisoner of our own mind. It is reversed, so it's like with this King of Swords here, it's like very clear-minded and making like head over heart decisions, and being very like intelligent about how you move and how you think of something, and like setting down a boundary. And there's something here about you releasing fears regarding that, like you releasing fears about setting boundaries or about moving forward. It's almost like you being in this energy of being checked out or disengaged is keeping you in an energy. It's almost like self-protective, but you need to like come out of that if you want to make progress through the situation, because right now it's keeping you blocked off, and it's keeping you from like taking care of yourself. I'm hearing like self-care. I'm hearing your boundaries, that your boundaries need to be in place. Your confidence over what you're capable of and how fruitful you really are as a person. Why the Four of Cups in reverse, Spirit? Yeah, maybe there's children involved. Why the High Priestess reverse? It doesn't have to be, but there's something here about young love, like I said, and that could be children. Earlier when I said it could be children as well, but there's something here that it is off balance when it comes to that, and it's going to require you to make head over heart decisions and start prioritizing yourself. It's kind of what I see, and reconnecting back with yourself so that you can move forward. I'm being told that there's no real movement forward in your current situation because you have like disconnected, like your mind, body, and heart are like three separate things right now. And I think you're kind of, like I said, like self-preservation is this Four of Cups energy. It's like being over it, and Spirit is like trying to pull you out of it. And how you start to do that is by taking small steps for yourself, small steps to prioritize yourself in the situation. Maybe other people aren't going to be used to it, but when you show up like this, very clear about what you need, maybe it's showing up and saying, I need X, Y, and Z for myself. Maybe that even looks like on Thursday nights, I need this amount of time by myself. And that's just what it is. Like whatever you do with your time, that's your time. I'm just like setting an example of like how you can slowly start incorporating like self-care into it, because I'm definitely seeing that the way you feel about yourself is blocking your mind from thinking logically about this situation. My group number ones. That is what Spirit is trying to show you. That I heard the lack for yourself, like, which I feel like translates into like not giving yourself enough is kind of like the big hurdle here. The big why you're not moving forward. It's keeping you in an energy of not being able to think clearly, maybe even like foggy over things because you've just like disengaged for so long, and it's like shut other parts of yourself down. And a big part of that is your intuition, and I feel like maybe you're not talking here. You're being very silent in your home or in your work, wherever the situation applies to. All right. That's all I'm hearing. My group number ones. Remain hopeful. They want you to remain hopeful. I'm getting Leo and Aquarius vibes. Doesn't have to be. Also Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces. Doesn't have to be, but they are present. All right, my friends. I was gonna like put the deck back. No, let's look at your advice. I'm all sitting here being all like reflective on your reading. I think actually this applies to a lot of us right now. You know, it's like it's hard to prioritize yourself, but my friends, whatever your situation is, your spirit guides really want you to take care of yourself. Start that self-care and boundaries. I feel overgiving is kind of a thing because you're so nurturing. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Yeah, you feel like things aren't moving right now, but it's like a new perspective is trying to come through right now that things aren't moving. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What advice do my group number ones need to hear? There's that Sun card again. You see how that just flipped? They want you to be happy. They want you to be happy. Maybe snapping out of it. They're like, hey, you could be happy here, but you got to snap out of it. You got to connect back with yourself. You got to take care of yourself. My group number ones, what if, let's just say a big old what if, you took the initiative to really start to prioritize yourself and take care of yourself, and you like look around and you're like, oh wow, I can see clearly now like the situation for what it is, and I can actually decide what I want from it. So just saying, guys, like right now the mental fog could be coming because your vessel is like running on empty. What advice, Spirit, do we have for my group number ones? No? Okay. What advice? You're getting you're getting the same cards. You got the same cards. Make a wish fulfillment. Be careful what you wish for. There's something here about you really wishing on something. Maybe it's fixing your long-term situation. If this is a marriage or if this is a living arrangement or a job, there's something here that has been giving and stable for a long time, but it's not stable anymore. And it's leaving you feeling like you are not satisfied. Again, we have the Page of Cups, really young love coming through. Could be children. Maybe that's what you're wishing for. I'm also seeing some of you are wishing for children, and you feel like you've put a lot of work into trying to make that happen, and now you're just waiting for it to happen, and that's what I'm seeing. But I'm hearing to remain hopeful and like keep that wish, like keep working on manifesting that, but at the same time like not sitting in an energy where it feels like it's a confidence issue or like. Yeah, here it is again. So, guys, it's something. It's either addressing something to do with a mother, or you are the mother. I feel like that I'm being shown the same cards because the advice stands in the message. It's like take care of yourself, like that, like prioritize yourself. It's going to help you get out of this energy. Also, if you're feeling a little impatient, it's almost like prioritize. I'm hearing prioritize. Maybe I feel like you might have a lot of things going on. A lot of options, perhaps. Yeah, it's a decision. Let's put that there with the Nine of Cups. A wish for this lovers. A delayed start. So there is a delay here. Again, the delay is wrapped up in your current energy. You're being encouraged to really stand in your power. Okay, so I just got shown impatience again. Something about you're either being impatient or there's something again from the past that you already know that isn't really being applied here, like a lesson, a past healing that's being triggered right now is what I feel like. And you're being encouraged to stand in your power and lead through the situation, take initiative as to what can go, what can be cut out of your garden because you've planted so many things, and now you're like, okay, you know what? That and that can go because it's making me feel overburdened. Let me just focus on these other things that I have going on. I am getting Aries vibes. Maybe that means something to you. Maybe it doesn't. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio as well came through in your reading, and Gemini. There is a delay in the start, but like I said, it's being affected by the current energy that you're in. So again, my friends, your advice is to keep the hope and know that your like wish is being like manifested. Make decisions based off of what's best for you. Prioritize. Take care of yourself. Set those boundaries where you need to set them, and don't be afraid to make head over heart decisions, even though it might feel like counterintuitive at first because you're not used to prioritizing yourself like that. I think it might be needed in this situation, friends. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Wow. And thanks to your spiritual team as well. My group number ones, when they came through earlier, I was like, literally felt it. It was almost like Whoopi Goldberg in Ghost when she like actually does start hearing Patrick Swayze and she freaks out. But no, not like, not like that, but definitely kind of like that. When Spirit came through, I felt it. It started with chills and then those messages just came through. All right, my friends, I'm shuffling my Oracle deck. So if you have a question on your mind, you can go ahead and think about it. If you don't, no worries. The messages will tie into your reading regardless. All right, thank you, Spirit. All of the spiritual teams. We will take it since it flipped. The opportunity is approaching. The opportunity is approaching, my friends. Maybe that means something to you. Thank you, Spirit, for the messages. Can we please get a few more cards to guide my group number ones? We have, I won't even say it. Put up strong boundaries. Listen. Sometimes even I surprise myself, okay? But I was feeling that real deep for you, my friends. I think you've been overgiving. You care a lot, and you're a mother. You're a nurturer, even if you don't identify as being, a she or a mother. There's something in you that's very nurturing, and that doesn't have anything to do with gender. It's your spirit, my tender group ones. And we have It's on its way to you. That's all I'm going to pull because it feels like they're pretty direct. The opportunity is approaching. Put up strong boundaries and it's on its way to you. My loves, those are excellent messages. All right. Now let's see what the pins have to say. I'm like a victim of my own stuff over here. All right, friends, the way it works, I'm going to move these around, see what falls out of the bowl, and maybe there'll be further messages for you. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What else do my group number ones need to know? What else do my group number ones need to know, Spirit? All right. We have the agua fresca, which this to me is always be sweet to yourself. Treat yourself like a strawberry horchata. Yummy and delicious. I love that. Bring sweetness to yourself. We also have the party raccoon, which I love. This to me could also be remaining authentic, like unapologetically yourself in a situation. It's funny because this little party raccoon is in a hat and he's like, it looks like some kind of celebration, but raccoons can't be tamed. So, maybe you can't be tamed either. We have the Hot Sunday pin. This trio is always like the Three of Cups to me. It feels like leaning on the people that fill your cup and don't deplete it. Also, again, that 3 for you. So there's something about 3 here. The other people that you might be dealing with perhaps are coming through in your reading. I love this for you. You are enough, my group number ones. You are enough. And then we have another heart here. This one has a different message. These juicy thighs ain't dickmatized. Take that as it resonates. But either way, when we get hearts in the reading, it always reminds me to love ourselves first. We have the melted Mickey pin. Maybe this means something to you. Maybe there's a Disney connection. Again, there's something about childhood coming through. Childhood, but the melted Mickey always reminds me of like wasted, I was going to say wasted days. Sorry, guys. But like being under the influence of something. You could even be love drunk. Here's that mother again. This mom is doing her best. Just know if you are the mother, even if you're not, you are doing your best. This mom is doing her best. We have Sexy MF, a reminder from the late great Prince that you are a sexy MFer, okay? Confidence, my friends, confidence. Then we have when you think too much, you are removing what's moving. Maybe you've been overthinking not the best parts of a situation. Maybe the thoughts that are recurring in your mind are too repetitive to help you see like going forward, because I do see you stepping into a very mentally strong place regarding the situation in your life. And we have Sad Girl Sally for you immediately. I know what this means. It's your self-sacrificing ways. You've been self-sacrificing yourself for maybe your family or your home or even your career, your job, whatever it is. It's time to take a time out and sew that arm back on. Sew those gashes back up, my friends, because as we know, Sally used to throw herself out a window and then she used to sew herself back together. And she did it all for love. She did it all because she cared. All right, my friends. Please take care of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my group number twos. If you picked the Trip and Wait tarot deck, then welcome to your reading. We also have this little clear quartz sphere right there. Let's put it right over here so it doesn't roll away on me. And so, friends, for today's reading, we are going to be asking Spirit, what are you missing? Maybe you need a signier sign. Maybe you've been seeing synchronicities. First, we're going to be looking into your current situation and what's going on. Then we're going to be looking into what is Spirit trying to show you or like highlight about the situation. We're going to be ending with some advice, and then a little, like I said in the intro, if you'd like to think of a question, I am going to be using my Oracle deck. If you don't have a question, that's totally fine too. Then we will just apply those messages to your reading. And then we will be ending with a little charm situation. All right, friends, let's get started. Angels, ancestors, spirits, and guides, thank you for allowing me to channel these messages for my group number twos. What's going on with my group number twos? What are you trying to show them? What's being shown to them? What are they not seeing? What's going on with my group number twos? What's their current situation? What are they not seeing? Did one flip? No. What are they not seeing, Spirit? What's going on with my group number twos? All right, you're tired, maybe feeling a little defensive, but knowing you can't give up. You're trying to release conflict or the feeling of competition with a group. Maybe there was fighting with a group of people. The situation's being affected by a comfort zone. All right, thank you, Spirit. What's going on with my group ones? Why the 5 in reverse? Yeah, you're feeling defensive, or you were. You're trying to release it. By the 9 of Wands. You're ready for movement forward. By the 9 of Cups in reverse. Why the King of Cups? Okay. All right, my group number ones. So the situation that your reading is picking up on has to do with something that you're very, like, you've been through it. You've been in battle with this situation. I was going to say with this person because it might be having to do with one particular person in love. Doesn't have to be, but there's a water sign masculine energy coming in to your reading, trying to pour love into the situation is what I'm feeling. That could be you. That could be someone else. Doesn't have to be water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but just thought I would mention it. Also Taurus energy coming through. Doesn't have to be, but like I said, sometimes that helps you identify situations in the reading if I mention that. There is a group of people here that there was like a feeling of competition or conflict, and I feel like you had to defend yourself in the situation. I do feel that you did have higher ground, or you felt like you did in the situation, and now you're just like tired and you're like ready to let it go because it was too hurtful, it was too painful, it was too disappointing. You're ready. I feel like you might have an idea, or you might just want to charge ahead, but there's something here. I don't necessarily know if you are charging ahead. Maybe you came in with an idea to this group, and it feels like it kind of like diffused the situation, perhaps. Doesn't have to be. It could just be the want to move forward, because I'm feeling you as being like wounded. I'm showing wounded in the situation. Um, like I said earlier, the situation could have been affected by a comfort zone. Someone got too comfortable, or there was like a feeling of complacency perhaps, and it's tied into like feeling disappointed. Maybe this is even something that at one point you wished for, a situation that you really wanted to happen. Maybe these are people you worked with, or a dynamic in your family, or whatever it is, but it feels like it just ended up being disappointed to you, or disappointing to you. And it's something that you are trying to release. There's you might be you might be thinking of like exciting, like other exciting opportunities, or maybe there is something exciting in an opportunity, but I feel like you're not feeling like, okay, you're either not feeling like you will be recognized in a situation, or you're feeling overlooked. Or B, it could be something like you just know it's not time yet, or you're not feeling like you can like take that on, right? Take it on and win it, or take it on and dominate it. Like there's something about doubt of how you would like conquer this thing. Like I said, you might just know it's not time yet, and you can conquer whatever it is. I'm going to say conquer because it's like a real feeling of like winning and recognition. But right now, even though there is something that's like has exciting potential, I feel like you're not really feeling recognized. Like I said, there's this energy of this loving person coming through, has really deep emotions. Maybe they don't show it all the time because they are in their masculine and they tend to hide it, but don't let the hiding fool you from the emotional depths of what they feel. Like I said, this could be you, this could be someone else, but there's something non-traditional here tied to the situation. This could be something traditional uh, like a marriage, or like going to school for something. Like there's something like traditional that's tradition. Not an organization. I hate it when I lose my words and I'm like in the middle of the channeling and I'm like, well, Spirit, give me the word. But there's something here that's like going against the grain when it comes to the love and this King of Cups person. There's something non-traditional about it. So if this is a relationship, maybe you see potential in it, but the non-traditional part of it might be like different to you, and you feel like you're not being recognized in a way that you are used to, or that you even want. Because maybe if this is another person, they just don't operate how you're normally used to, or traditional. They don't, take it as it resonates, my group number twos. Yeah, if that made sense to you, then welcome to your reading. When I am reading these energies, I just kind of say it as it comes through. And then at the end, I'm always like, well, I hope that made sense. Let me see if I hear anything else here. Okay. Something about that King of Cups, I feel like it's going to come. I almost said haunt us, but no. I feel like there's something of significance there. So if you recognize that energy, you probably know what Spirit is talking about. All right, my friends. So this is the part where I ask your spiritual team to step through. Thank you for those messages, Spirit. What is my group 2 spiritual team trying to show them? What are they trying to show them? What is being highlighted? What are they trying to show my group number 2s? My group number 2 spirit team. What are you trying to show my group number 2s? What are you trying to show my group number 2s? Okay, so there's I feel like there's an awakening trying to like happen, but you're like I don't know if you're ignoring it or you're like not trying to, I almost said not trying to hear that, but it's like from within yourself. Like there's something here about you either ignoring something and it's making you defensive when it comes to your family or your community. What are you trying to show my group number ones? Why the Judgment in reverse? I'm hearing you already know. Why the Seven of Wands? Why the Ten of Cups in reverse? So your guides know how worried you are about this. They know how stressed you are. If there's children involved, they know your concerns about them. Wow, there's lots of mother energy coming through in your reading, my group number twos. So what I'm hearing here is there is something from the past that needs to be balanced. And I think you already know, but I am not necessarily sure you're fully willing to like revisit that. There's something here that you already know. There's like an awakening that I feel like you're not wanting to deal with it, or you're not wanting to acknowledge it within yourself. This doesn't have to do, I'm not seeing anything about anyone outside of yourself. I'm being shown right now that this is within. This is like information that you already hold. And maybe it's something that you're just not ready to address. It's making you feel very defensive. And it's also, I'm getting mother energy coming through. So that could mean different things for different people. You could literally be a mother, or this could be a mother type of energy around you. But it feels like you're either being defensive towards this or defending that. But I feel like there's something here about you not really being able to nurture yourself. It's like you're such a nurturing and caring. It's like you're a giver of life. I see that. And even if you haven't physically given birth, or if that's not even something you desire, you're a very nurturing person. You are probably very creative. Your creativity could come out in any which way. It means that there's something in you that can feel it, think it, and your hands can actually like create it, is what I'm feeling. There's something here about you taking care of yourself and having your boundaries set in place, because quite possibly you've been over giving to a situation, maybe nurturing everyone else other than yourself, and it's kind of starting to show, because maybe right now you're not able to show up how you normally would be. What I'm being shown is that this has to do with your family or your home. With this Ten of Cups in reverse, it could also be community. Take it as it resonates, but it's like your guides know, like, even if you don't talk to anyone about it, I'm not sure if you do, because I'm not really seeing that, but whatever burden you're carrying and whatever stress you're carrying about your family, like your guides want you to know you're not alone. Like they feel this, they know this, and they feel this with you. There's something about you not feeling courageous, you not standing in your power, willing to tame something. Whatever it is you're ignoring, I feel like it's because you feel like you're lacking the courage right now. It could be relating to children. It doesn't have to be, but there's something emotionally immature about the situation. So if it doesn't have to do with kids, it has to do with you're either dealing with someone that's emotionally immature, or when it comes to this situation, your maturity level on like in an emotional way might be outdated. It might be you not connecting with your intuition. There's something here about connecting the dots within yourself, is what I mean. And I think you already know what I'm talking about if this resonates, because I'm seeing that you feel like you lack the courage to face it, but your guides want you to know like you're not alone in this situation. Like they are with you. They want me to tell you that you already know. So take that as it resonates. I'm not really sure why that message is coming through for me, but I've heard it a couple of times already. You already know. So I'm just going to repeat it. You already know. There's something you've already lived through in the past that has given you the tools, and it's like you've been through something in the past that could be implemented now, meaning like, okay, well, when that happened, this is how it went and this is how I did. And then it's like just bringing that knowledge with you is going to help change the energy within yourself. It's going to help you balance. I'm feeling like you really need to ground yourself, like feet on the earth, ground yourself. If you have any grounding practices, I would suggest turning to those, whether that's meditation, going on an afternoon walk by yourself, taking lunchtime as a quiet time if you're at work, and maybe walking around the building or whatever it is. There's something here about you needing to ground yourself so that you can kind of start to address within what you already know like needs to be addressed. You're standing like, we have the Empress here. We have a lot of mother energy coming through. So maybe that's something you're also dealing with, is something relating to the mother. But there's something here about healing when it comes to that, or even like standing in your confidence that any kind of life that you want to cultivate for yourself, you are more than capable of doing. But right now, it feels like something over here needs to be addressed. Something that you've been kind of defending or defensive over needs to be addressed. I can't help but shake. It has to do with a mother or a nurturing energy. We also have Taurus coming through. Taurus and Leo and Libra coming through in your reading, my friends. Doesn't have to be those signs, but thought I would mention it. So that is, they're trying to show you. So Spirit is trying to show you. Let's pull a few more for you. I didn't do that for group one, but for you, I definitely feel like I want more. I want more information on the situation of what your team is trying to show you. They're trying to show you that there's something you already know. There's something you already know. So maybe there's like synchronicities you've been seeing. If you have, think about, like, pay attention to what you were thinking about during the moment when these synchronicities happen. Maybe you've been seeing animals. Let's see if we can get any signs. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What else can you tell us? What is my group number 2 Spirit team trying to show them? What is my group 2 Spirit team trying to show them? It could have to do with a partnership and working on it. All right, we're just going to pull those. I feel like this just gave me more clarity, and maybe it'll help. Like if I don't know, did the first part make sense, friends? I'm just here as a messenger. Okay, so if this has to do with a partnership, the blockage in the partnership is showing up. There's something here not working between two people, two things, whatever that was. This could be a friendship. This could be a collaborator. This could very well be a romantic partner. There's information here that either you're gaining, just like, it might not be the full, like, I don't want to say the full truth, but it might not be like all of the information. It's kind of young and feeling, but maybe you find something out, or maybe there's communication between both of you, but there's something here at working hard at something. It's almost like decide if you want to focus in on this, decide if you want to work, like this is going to need like energy and attention is what I'm feeling. So it's like willing to put in the work is coming through, but also someone here is holding on to what they already have. Maybe the way they currently do things. Maybe they're afraid to share. Maybe they're afraid to let go because they're just afraid to lose what they already have is what I'm feeling. So I think the message here, it's like maybe you're going to gain knowledge as to putting in more work but someone is kind of stuck. And I mean, there is stability here, but it's kind of like 4 isn't 10, and I say that because this is the 4 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles is what we want. That's like commitment, long-term stability. And when we're at a 4, it's like we leveled up to a 4, but now we're holding on because we're scared to lose what we have, because we built up 4. So if I let these go, I don't know if I'm ever going to get to 10, is what I'm feeling. So maybe it's like, how much work do you want to put into something that might not be enough to begin with? Maybe it is stable, but maybe it's not enough. Take it as it resonates, my group number 2s. All right. So let's look into your advice. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What advice do my group number 2s need to hear? What advice do my group number 2s need to hear about their situation? What advice do my group number 2s? Oh, that was a lot. We'll take them. Be confident. I love this. Are you an artist, my group number 2s? Very confident. Maybe a boss or a business owner, hard worker, maybe a fire sign. Doesn't have to be, but people look up to you. There's that Page of Swords again. Be careful where you get your information from. There's the Empress reverse. We have another feminine energy showing up for you. What's the advice? So someone else in the realm, in your energy realm, I mean. Why the Queen of Wands? Why the Nine of Wands? Why the Page of Swords? Oh, why the Page of Swords in reverse? Thank you. Moving forward, but looking back. Why the Empress reverse? Why the Six of Pentacles in reverse? Wow. Okay, so there's definitely people showing up in your reading. Different feminine energies, very mothering, I feel like. One is very passionate, driven, creative. Another is also creative, that giver of life, like plants seeds and they grow, very fruitful, possibly a mother as well. And then we have another mothering figure as well. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is coming through. Someone who's very nurturing, very giving, a healer perhaps. And there's a sense here of, we'll go through it, and there's a sense here of imbalance when it comes to this Queen of Pentacles. Maybe overgiving. Maybe you're overgiving to this Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you're the Queen of Wands, but take whatever resonates. Why the Death in reverse, Spirit? Okay. And why this Empress reverse? Okay. Why this Queen of Pentacles? All right. So there's a chapter here that has been done and ready to close, but I feel like this Queen of Wands hasn't. Like, it's still something that even though she's confident, even though she's doing her thing, even though she's working hard, she's still dragging it with her, and it's kind of fear-based is what I'm getting. Maybe fear of the unknown. There does seem like you're going to be getting information that you didn't have before, but be careful who the information comes from or where it comes from. Remember when I accidentally say it might not be truthful, or I said something about the truth? I don't think that was just like a slip. I think that actually had something to do with this, because I'm seeing here, like, be careful who you get the information from, because it might not be super accurate. That's all I'm going to say. This could also be online communication, the way it comes through. When I said moving forward but looking back, there is a sense someone here keeps looking back at a situation where there was conflict and tension. I'm seeing conflict between feminine energies here. I'm seeing that there was maybe an argument. If there wasn't an argument, there was a situation that didn't leave either of you feeling good. You know how sometimes you get into weird little tiffs with people that maybe at one point you were working with or you're super cool with, whatever that may be, and then you get into a weird little thing, like, and then it's like, oh well, I haven't talked to them since then. Or there's something like that about trying to release that, because whatever conflict you had with this person, and I think your reading did start with conflict, whatever happened with this person, there is no winner and they're trying to get over it, but it left them feeling very, like, maybe insecure, dissatisfied, like just not in their normal energy. Like this kind of knocked them down because they hit like a mental, like, boiling point. They were overthinking it. They were really deep into it. And for some reason, Spirit wants to point that out to you. So if you did get into it with someone, just know that they aren't having a good time either. I mean, maybe you resonate with being this Empress person and someone else is this Queen of Wands person, but there's this could even be 3 friends as well. Take it as it resonates, or people in the home. There's something here about being wounded and being tired, but still pushing through when it comes to something that's shaking your foundation, maybe something at home, maybe it's even a marriage. There's something here that isn't, the foundation isn't stable right now, and it's left you feeling like you've done all the things and you're just tired now, but you're like, well, I made it this far, so I just have to keep going is what I'm feeling. There's healing that needs to be done that's coming through in your reading. I'm getting that here with the Moon reverse and here with the Hermit reverse. I'm also, your guides really want me to say, be careful who you're listening to or where you get your information. There's something here about outside information that might be influencing the situation. There's something about setting. Oh, so there's something about setting a like someone here had a lot to give. Someone was giving a lot in a situation, and that kind of set the other person up for overtaking. I'm not really sure what that means, but that's kind of coming to me. So enabling, maybe someone enabled in some way, and now the give and take is off balance. This could be with anything. This could be the stability or energy that you provided. This could be money. This could be work. It could be childcare. I mean, it could literally be anything, but it seems like someone set something up and was like, I'm going to give because I have all this to give you. And the other person's like, okay, sure. And they're just taking because they were told. And then there came a point where it became very off balance because someone is taking more than they are contributing. It doesn't feel like a even give and take in the situation. I do see, though, that, like I said, there's something here about healing as well as seeing through illusions and discerning through information that's going to be coming. Like there is movement forward, but just like be careful of how that happens, how that comes in is what I'm hearing. All right. That's all I'm getting from your advice, from your tarot. Okay, friends, let's get into your oracle cards. So why don't you go ahead, if you have a question, start thinking about that question. If not, it's totally fine. This will just tie into your reading. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Can we please get some more messages for my group number 2s? The question they have on their mind or what information they need to know. All right. We have Visualize Your Desires, the 3rd card that came out. The first card is Put Up Strong Boundaries and Stand in Your Power. I love that. It's all about self-empowerment. Put up strong boundaries, stand in your power, and visualize your desire. This is very Queen of Wands feeling. And I kind of felt like that was your energy. But like I said, if any of those other ones resonated with you, then it's your story. But there's something here about you standing strong, standing confident, and like didn't I say cultivating the life you want? Visualize your desire. My group number 2s, there's something very powerful about you that's just kind of like you're on the cusp of waking up to it, is what I feel like. Maybe that's what your great awakening is, my friends. Your own power. Wouldn't that be something? All right. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What other messages do my group 2s need to know? What do my group 2s need to know? Oops. All right. We have the Sun card. I love that. Happiness. There's also Leo coming through. Lots of fire signs coming through in your energy. The Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. We also have the Death card. So death and rebirth is coming through. Letting situations, patterns, behaviors, thoughts, whatever it is, letting it go if it doesn't serve you. We also have our vintage journey pin, but besides the band, this has been a journey. I feel like it has been with that 9 of Wands. I feel like you've been through it. Appealing. You are appealing. I love that. More Queen of Wands vibes where you are confident and just like attractive. Like people just want to like they like admire you is what I feel like. We have the hopeful birdie. Always remain hopeful in the situations. Also, you guys, maybe birds are significant to you. We are also looking at signs that could potentially be Signier signs, right? That could be being shown to you. Let me go through these really quick. This could have to do with a relationship. We have the Kim and Kanye pin. If you guys have been following that, you know how that's going. They're currently in the trying to figure out their co-parenting phase. We have the 9mm dagger. This to me is about pulling the trigger, passion and pulling the trigger on something. We have the party raccoon. Raccoons are funny because they can't be tamed, but this one is partying. Also be wary of someone wearing a mask. Thought I would mention that. The truth is trying to shine through in your reading is what I feel like. We have our Aaliyah pin. Maybe someone here is an Aaliyah fan. If not, I am getting 1 in a million coming to mind. We have the Prince scroll. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate or to get through this little thing called life. That whole scroll is on there. Maybe you're a Prince fan. There feels like there's a little bit of a music connection here with Kanye, Aaliyah, and Prince. We have Angel Baby. Take it as it resonates. Maybe there's something here that you've been seeing. We have the Melted Mickey pin, maybe a Disney connection or something that felt intoxicating. Maybe it's something you did with friends. We have the Chamango pin, treating yourself, snacks. We'll put that with the friends group. And a churro. Maybe someone here likes snacks. We have a peeling churro and the Chamango. And we have the Nalgona pin, a pin about self-acceptance and loving yourself where you are. Attractive and perfect just the way you are. My group number 2s, that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my group number 3s. If you picked I almost call it black and white. No, the Black Light Tarot. And welcome to your reading. We also have this beautiful little sphere that we will put right over there. All right, friends, so for today's reading, we are going to be asking Spirit, what are you missing? What are the Signier signs? Maybe you've been seeing synchronicities or I don't know, maybe you just feel like you're missing something. So in today's reading, our intention is to try to figure out what that is to help bring clarity into your situation and help you move forward. We're going to be working with the tarot, and then if you'd like to think of a question for later, we are going to be using our oracle deck. If you don't have a question, that's totally fine too. The answers that come through have been definitely applying to the readings, and then we will be ending your reading with a little charm cast. All right, let's get started. Angels, ancestors, spirits, and guides, thank you for allowing me to channel these messages for our group number 1s. What is their current situation? What are they missing? What are they not seeing? What are they not seeing? It could have to do with a partnership. I was shown the Two of Cups in reversed, and now I'm seeing the Six of Cups in reversed. So it could have to do, my friends, maybe you're living in nostalgia and it's keeping you from making a move. This could be a long-term commitment you've been in. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. I am going to take them because if I'm talking about them, I might as well take them, right? We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which could talk about karma or cycles that we have not closed out yet because maybe we haven't gotten to the place where we've seen the lesson. We've learned the lesson. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What's going on with my group number 3s? What's their current situation? Romantical feelings. Okay, I like that. Why the Six of Cups in reverse? Not moving away. Okay. You like it in the fantasy. You like it. You like thinking about how things used to be, is what I'm seeing. Hey, I allow myself to go there too. My group number 3s. Why the Two of Wands in reverse, Spirit? All right. Inaction is keeping you from action. I mean, I know it sounds, of course, like dumb, but what I mean is it's keeping you from feeling passion, my friends. Not moving, not making a decision. Wow, every group has gotten the Page of Cups. So I'm either convinced we're all emotionally stunted or we're all dealing with children in some way, shape, or form. Take that as it resonates. Why the Ten of Pentacles? Okay. Okay, you got the Wheel of Fortune and the World reversed and the Magician reversed. Why the Knight of Cups? Oh, man. We have the Devil energy. Okay, let me pull one more, Spirit. Okay, so this could very well have to do with a marriage or a long-term partnership, a long-term commitment. Even if it's work, you guys, I don't want to like peg all of my readings to be about relationships because not all of us are in relationships, but I'm going to try to cover everything it can be, and I'm getting serious like relationship, long-term relationship vibes. It could be about work, could be, but take it as it resonates. There's okay, so the first thing that I'm hearing is codependency. There's a codependency here and almost like an addiction to the situation. It's left you feeling disempowered and it's left you living in the past. I'm feeling like your thoughts and maybe what's keeping you going is memories from the good old days, memories from how things used to be. How far in the past, it's going to be different. Maybe it's married. Okay, if this is a marriage and let's say you grew up in a home where you had two happy parents that were together, this could be memories of that time. This could be memories of that type of relationship, and you bringing that forth now is keeping you held back. This could be your good memories with the person if this is about a partnership. This could be memories. It's good memories, but at this point they're keeping you trapped, like without repeating myself anymore. It's keeping you from moving forward. It's not good. It doesn't feel good, but you're not moving forward. You are not, ready to make a decision. I feel like you haven't really put focus into the thought of your future because you're kind of gripping onto whatever this is. You haven't even thought of, and maybe you have, but I'm feeling someone here hasn't even visualized their future. Or the potentials, how you want to feel, how you want to live, what you want your future to look like, who's going to be there, what action inspires you. I'm feeling a real lack of excitement and of passion coming from your group. I'm going to go ahead and say, I think you normally are a person who is passionate about things in their life, but there's something here that you're not. You're not feeling that way. You're not feeling excited. There is a feeling of not moving forward, of not being able to decide, of not maybe knowing what you want, and it's keeping you in this energy. It's like there's like no passion, there's no excitement, there's no raising the heart rate to is what I'm feeling over here. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse with this Page of Cups in reverse. So this could mean there's something young holding you back. So if it's kids, they could be affecting how you move forward. Or you could be, I'm sorry to say it, my group number threes, you could be using them as an excuse for what's, best for them. But I'm not saying that's wrong. Like, if you are a parent, then you know what's best for your kid, but this is kind of feeling like using that as a reason for why you're in this energy repeating the cycle. It's for the kids is what I'm hearing, and I just got ringing really bad in my right ear. So I'm going to say that is confirmation. There is someone here who is kind of using that as the thing of why this cycle is repeating. If it's not kids, then this feels like something's very emotionally immature. Something's locking you into the past, like it's almost like a crush that didn't fully developed, or emotionally immature is kind of what I'm feeling. But there's a feeling that you are currently repeating a cycle that you've already done in the past. Like I said, this could be a long-term commitment. I mean, it's definitely long-term, but whatever that commitment is, that's going to be different. It could be work, it could be relationship, but someone here. So I want you to know you are very, very capable of manifesting what you want. And what that means is you are your own resources, my group number three. If there's something that isn't right in your life, you hold this special power to change that. You have been blessed with having resources at hand. Now, what those resources are, only you can say. Your resource could be money. Your resource could be that your network is so big and you can make things happen, or you just know all the things and you can make different things happen. Whatever it is, you do have this gift of being able to manifest, but it's kind of coming off as manipulation right now. And the reason I say that is because it just feels like something is being manipulated to not progress. Something is being contained. I'm feeling something that's trying to change, trying to grow, even if it's uncomfortable. Like I'm imagining this jar and pressure's building and you're trying to keep a lid on it, and it's just, it's going to pop, it's going to blow is what it feels like. And regardless of how someone here is trying to manipulate the elements to get the outcome or stay in the current energy, that's kind of what's coming through as what's kind of keeping things from moving forward, is like resistance from wanting, maybe lessening the grip. Maybe someone here is even controlling. There's an obsessive factor when it comes to love. Ooh, I've never gotten that before, my friends. That is a first. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised that I haven't gotten that before because, us humans, sometimes when it comes to love, we go a little wild style. But yeah, there's something here obsessive, and it's codependent, and it's not serving you. It's, okay, the good news is that if you do find yourself in this toxic cycle, I'm going to say it's a toxic cycle, friends, you do have the power to remove those chains. Like you do. Just like you have the power to manipulate to stay in this toxic cycle because you think it's what you want, because maybe it's what you wanted a long time ago. Maybe it even looks good on the surface, but when it comes to feelings, it doesn't. Whatever isn't working out here for you, or wherever there's a resistance of letting go, you are being affected by this devil energy, and it has the chokehold, friends. It has a chokehold on you. In this case, it has to do with love. It has to do with feelings. It has to do with being either offering feelings or it's love. It's romance. I feel, but it's not healthy. Like I'm not, there's something about it that's toxic. Um, Either that or you're dealing with a Capricorn. I have to laugh because it's like, oh yeah, it's toxic, or you're just dealing with a Capricorn. And I'm not saying Capricorns are toxic, my friends. I'm not, but I am saying that the Devil card is the Capricorn card. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, but I'm going to go ahead and lean that most of you are in repeating a toxic cycle from the past. It could be if you're legally bound to this person. It's showing through, but it's off balance. It's something from the past that needs to come back to be corrected. So maybe you've been in this toxic cycle, like I said, for a lot longer than maybe you've realized. Maybe it's just been comfortable. It's become the comfort zone, but it's kind of keeping you in this place of lacking excitement, lacking passion, and no movement forward. All right, friends. So if that sounds like your current situation, then you found your reading. then I tapped in. It's like Holy Spirit activate. I felt Holy Spirit activate in group 1. Let me tell ya. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. All right, group number 3, your spirit team, angels, ancestors, guides of my group number 3s. What are you trying to show them? What are you trying to show my group number 3s? My group number 3s, angels, ancestors, spirits, and guides. What are you trying to show them? What are you trying to show? What are you trying to highlight for my group number? Wow. So they want you to be powerful and take the lead. They want you to step into your power. Again, we have the Knight of Cups, but this time it's reversed. There's something about holding back feelings. Okay, so wherever the love falls into place in that first part of your reading, it's like harnessing it. There's something toxic about the way it's expressed, or they're codependent. Maybe you're too dependent on how other people feel, or like love coming into your life. Maybe that's where it's at. But there's something about loosening the grip on that so that you can close out. There's a big chapter trying to close out for you. We got the World card again, and this time it's upright. And they're trying to show you that something's trying to close out for you, and so I'm being shown that you're in emotional pain, you're heartbroken, or you've been very disappointed, and they're trying to shake these daggers out of your heart. They're literally trying to get you. They want you to step into your power. They want you to take initiative and lead. They want you to take the lead, is what I'm hearing. They want you to take the reins on this situation. What else do my group number 3s need to know from their spirit guides? There's that 2 of Cups in reverse. It's a partnership that isn't working, and it's been painful. So part of taking the lead is you acknowledging what has been shown to you, or what you already know. And when you take the reins and control over how these feelings are expressed, because we talked about how there's something toxic about them, maybe it's obsessive, you're going to see movement forward, but something there has to be reined in. It's gonna, okay, so if your situation has to do with lack of sex or something in that pleasure realm, I feel like things are trying to shift for you. Like something here is trying to close out, because the way that you currently have been involved in things or doing things for a while, there's a cycle that's trying to break. So I'm being shown that in breaking this cycle, you're going to leave behind passionate situations that didn't work out in the past. So even if it doesn't have to do with that, anything that isn't exciting to you, it's not meant to be for you. Like, and I'm seeing a sense of like waiting for something. probably waiting for this chapter to close out. Why the Three of Swords in reverse? There's that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, okay, so being stuck in this pattern, you guys, your guides are telling me it's keeping you from healing your heart. Repeating these cycles, you're in a karmic cycle perhaps. Why the Two of Cups in reverse? So you can't think, I feel like you're having a hard time thinking clearly through this situation, and it's keeping you, okay, it's keeping you from walking away. So your guides want me to talk about memories. The way you're thinking about something, the thoughts you're having, the memories you keep playing over your head, the good times, it's kind of become obsessive and it's keeping you from seeing clearly. Your guides want you to step into your power. And when you do that, I feel like you're going to allow this. There's an awakening trying to come in for you, and it might not be comfortable. You know what? It's probably not going to be comfortable because it's going to change things for you, but it's going to set you in a direction where things that weren't for you are like no longer of relevance. Like there's something here about you taking the lead and kind of like thinking of that devil energy, like taking the devil by the horns and like just like dragging it, like removing those chains, being open to what you already kind of know about the situation within you. Maybe you haven't wanted to address it. There's a real sense of addressing something from the past. So this has probably been like ongoing behavior. Like I said, I'm seeing movement forward, like you're being advised to rein in whatever it was about expressing love or holding in your feelings. Like if there's been something toxic when it comes to how you express love, or even if you don't, it's like making a shift to that, because there's something there that is keeping you back. It's keeping you from being able to close out. I'm almost feeling like a karmic chain. Like maybe you might even be the first one in your family, in your bloodline, that has the chance to close something out. And it's very difficult because being the chain breaker is not, it's not a glamorous job, but someone's got to do it, right? That's why you're listening to tarot. That's why you're listening to my tarot channel, because we always talk about elevating and what difficult choices we have to do to get to the other side. And I feel like there's just something really big that your spirit team is here for you and trying to help you close out. And it has to do with passion and love, mixed with codependency and obsessiveness, and maybe even sex I'm getting from your group, whatever the imbalance, too much of, too little of, whatever it is, there's just a rebalancing that's needed, because this is keeping you from being able to heal your heart. It's keeping you in pain. It's keeping you in disappointment. And they want to help you break out of that. They want to help you break this, because right now you're kind of going against the natural cycle of the energy of where your life is at. You're kind of swimming against the current when it comes to something. It has to do with partnerships. I mean, it could be friendships, it could be collaborators, but I'm really kind of sensing that it is a relationship in this situation where you're not thinking clearly right now, and that's not your fault, but it's your mind has gotten in a cycle of patterns, and unfortunately, a lot of that pattern has to do with thinking back to something from the past. And by thinking so much of the past, it's keeping you from moving forward in your present. And I'm seeing that in several different places, because you are not walking away from this, and your spirit team is trying to show you that in taking initiative and making decisions and breaking out of these cycles, like you're going to have movement. They wouldn't be trying to tell you this. They wouldn't be wanting you to do this if it wasn't for your higher good. And I think your spirit team is like, okay, listen, BZ, it's time for you to elevate. And I know it's difficult. I know it's so difficult, but there is something here that hasn't been working for you, that, like I said, it feels like it's has been manipulated for a while to keep it going. My friends, that was intense. All right. Well, shit, son, was that your advice? Like, I'm in a daze after that one, friends. As always, my hope is that you get the messages that you need to hear and they make sense to you and you can apply them in your real life. I want us all to one day say, oh man, who was I when I used to listen to those tarot readings? I've grown so much since then. And maybe you'll even say, and they helped me. I know tarot has helped me, friends. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What advice do we have for my group number threes? What advice do we have for my group number threes? Thank you, Spirit, and my group number threes spiritual team. What advice do we have for them? Don't be afraid of the non-traditional. Don't be afraid of cutting stuff out. Do not be afraid that you wasted your time. Some of you are feeling like you invested so much and now you're like, what do I do? This can't possibly not work out. I've given it all of my 20s or all of my 30s, whatever it is, all my love, all my attention. So don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid to cut things out because of a time factor. Being in that energy is only going to make you feel stuck. So don't be afraid of the non-traditional. I'm being told that you're basically being encouraged to rebel against whatever is expected of you as long as it is for your own good. So making decisions and taking bold action, not being afraid that it is what someone doesn't expect of you. Not being afraid that it's something that someone doesn't expect of you or whatever. You're also being encouraged to make plans, but take tangible action towards them. Take the steps. Look, you can't get away from this Knight of Cups. I've never in my life been haunted by this card like it's been haunting us in your reading. Listen, I don't know how much more I can talk about the Knight of Cups in reverse, but listen, homies, there is something there that needs to be reevaluated. I can't word it for you because I feel like if you're resonating with this reading, you already know what it is. So take it as it applies, but I am putting it with something you got to cut out. Why the Guru reversed? Something about, look, 2 7s. You might be confused about all the options because you have too much going on. Too much in relating to love. Very interesting. The Knight of Pentacles. Make head over heart decisions. And also when you communicate what it is you're doing, like you don't have to be cold about it. You don't have to be like mean about it. Just like set your boundary down because sometimes this Queen of Swords reverse can be difficult to talk to. So just be aware of that because once you have your eye on what you want and you make plans and start to take steps towards it, like you're going to be on your way. It's literally about taking small steps. It's kind of slow moving, whatever it is you're being encouraged to plan. Maybe you're already planning, but that's because it's very logical. It's very realistic and it's going to work. There's also going to be a period of time. Oh, look at, we got the Two of Wands upright. Why the High Priestess? Thank you. Why the Ten of Swords with the High Priestess? Well, all right then. So it's going to leave you feeling like you have to balance like the way things used to be in the new way, but that's just because you're like in transition. You might even feel like you're spread a little thin, but I see you like you are being encouraged to start thinking of your future and what do you really want? What do you really want? And only then will you be able to come up with a plan on how to get there. You're being encouraged to realize that the world is at your hands. And you are also being encouraged to make bold action. Take bold action and make decisions and go for what you want. It's going to be a balancing act for a minute, but that's just what comes with it when you're shifting and you're pivoting. There's something here about being confused of what you want in tradition. What is it? You know, is it in commitment or people? There's something here about looking at all your options and making a decision, making a confident decision. What's going to make you, what makes you excited to think about? When you start thinking of the options, which one makes you the most excited? And that's your answer. Also, move in silence. Be careful who you share things with. I don't think you're going to be sharing a lot of these things. It feels very internal, but it feels like you're going to be moving in a way that that only you know, like higher perspective. It might lead to, it might be a little uncomfortable just because I said you are being encouraged to break these patterns and chains, and that's not easy. And at times you might feel codependent on something or someone when it comes. Maybe that's what it is you need to break out of. But there's something here about connecting deeply with your intuition and following that. What gets you excited? What do you envision in your future? And just taking small steps to that, my friends. Codependency coming through. Maybe something that has to be addressed. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Now, think of your question. I'm getting my oracle cards. Think of your question, my group number 3s. And even if you don't have a question, that's totally fine too. The cards have been tying back to our readings. Thank you, Spirit, and my group number 3 and spiritual team for those messages. What else do my group number 3s need to know? What do my group number 3s need to know? Did one turn? No. We have release this desire. Friends, what are you thinking of over there? You're in alignment. Oh. And we have stand in your power. Yeah, stand in your power and make a decision. Something that you're desiring isn't serving you right now. And I definitely think that's devil energy. You're in alignment. I feel like you're gonna be in alignment when you start to take these steps, friends. If there's something within you that you are ignoring or that you're not ready to deal with, then that's how you know it's what you need to deal with in order to move forward. And I kind of laugh, but it's almost like a cry laugh because I know exactly what that's like. I'm like a queen. I actually, most of my life, I've lived ignoring. And then when I finally didn't, it all caught up to me, and it was very interesting, but I'll tell you something, the healing journey has been worth it. And now I can show up and be here for the community like you guys. All right, my friends, let's do your charm reading. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What else do my group 3s need to know? All right. I love this. You got Miss Argentina, and I always think in Beetlejuice, if I knew then what I knew now, I wouldn't have had my little accident. That's always what I think of. And it's like, how true is that? If I would have known then what I know now, I wouldn't have blown it. I'm not saying you're blowing it, but it's recognizing what you already know because, yeah, you already know. We have Batman and Catwoman. A kiss is even deadlier. Again, there's something so alluring in like... This reading is not for kids. Not that I think there's kids listening, but there might be one kid listening. But it's very like sexual in nature, I feel like. I feel like there's something there that needs to be addressed. We have yes. So another confirmation, because you did have your in alignment, and we have yes. So if you had a question, that might be answering it. We have Selena. I thought we had, oh, and we had Bad Bunny. Yeah, we have Selena and Bad Bunny. So maybe there is a music connection here. There's too many Bad Bunny songs coming to mind, but Dreaming of You for Selena and Tu Merced for Bad Bunny. That might mean something to you. We have Sally, the queen of self-sacrifice, but also self-mending Sally. So if you do find yourself self-sacrificing in a situation or always having to mend yourself, there's your sign. We have the Love Motel, the heart-shaped bed. You guys, I'm like getting like hot over here doing your reading with all this energy. We have Marge, Nurse Marge. This is actually from like a take on Blink-182's cover. I don't know if any of you are old enough for that jazz, but maybe there's a Simpsons connection here. Maybe you played Nurse. I don't know. Then we have You're the Sun in My Morning, Babe. Lots of love, passion, and chemistry coming through in your reading, but there's something obsessive about it, you guys. And I feel like it's just kind of being reiterated, like it's something to address. Maybe it's even an addiction to love or to, only you would know, friends, but sometimes we are addicted to validation or something on the outside. And yeah, anyway, my friends, I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I will catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys.